Hi everyone. I don't like making videos like this, but this has to be said again. And before I explain what I mean by again, I want to throw out a few or some disclaimers and some caption warnings. And yes, I'm reading it off because I'm gonna forget. But this is where I'm not gonna read it off. Um, a disclaimer: this video isn't specifically for YouTube. It's actually for TikTok. But the thing is, 3 minutes is not enough time, and I never got the 10-minute option yet. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna promise that this video is gonna be 10 minutes long. It's gonna be very long. If you're from TikTok, hi. If you're from Instagram, hi. And if you're just someone scrolling on your feed, hi. But please watch this video all the way through. No, it doesn't even depend on how long it is. Just please watch it all the way through because it's really, really important. So yeah. And some caption warnings is there's going to be some cursing in this video. And there are going to be some things that are going to be said. I also want to make another disclaimer that to every cosplayer out here, no matter if you're plus sized, no matter your race, no matter your sexuality, no matter if you're a beginner or you've been doing this for a while, your cosplay is amazing, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, and if I do, I am sorry. So let's go. And then what I mean by again, like I said, this video is for TikTok, and on TikTok, content creators, cosplayers have been talking about the same problem with the hate in the cosplay and anime community. And it's my turn now because I've had enough. Because 2 years of doing this, and I have seen for myself the community change dramatically. And I also want to mention that recently I just got hated on, and that's the first thing we're actually going to talk about. My last video was my Deku, but before that I did Momo Yayurozu. And as you guys know, in that video I did say that was my first time cosplaying Momo in her hero outfit, and I've had her hero outfit for over a year now. And that was my first time actually wearing it for videos and stuff. And I am going to let you all know, when I take pictures and when I do videos, I'm not looking at my figure. I don't do that. I look at my face and see my facial expressions and see if the acting was good or if the picture looks good, if my smile's creepy or not. That's what I look at when I look at my pictures and my videos before I post them. That's what's going through my head. I'm not thinking about my figure. I'm not thinking about what I look like in the cosplay. That being said, I had to turn myself. That being said, I recently just got hated on, and I've never been hated on like this, ever. This is my first time I've ever been hated on this because of my body. No one ever talks about my body. But I will say that after receiving this hate that I will be addressing here, I did look back at the pictures and my videos, and I will say, the way the costume fits on my body, I do look plus sized. And I did have a really, really wide hip. But I will let you all know now that I'm not plus size, and if you are plus size, there's nothing wrong with that. You're amazing. You stay within the figure that you want. Don't do anything for anybody else. So basically, I'm going to talk about what happened. We're going to talk about TikTok first, because I only got one hate comment, and technically it wasn't even that bad, but at the same time it kind of was. So on one of my Momo videos, I'm not going to show evidence because you guys can go see that, and plus for the whole DM thing, I don't have evidence for that because I blocked the person and left the conversation because it was on a different app. But you can go on my TikTok, and I'm sure that the one of my Momo videos, I don't remember which one it was exactly, but you will see the comment on there. And I also don't want to show the username or anything, and I'm honestly too lazy to scratch all that out, so you can go see that yourself. But on one of my mama videos on TikTok, some kid put shit cosplay. And the reason why, at first, it did kind of bother me because I was like, okay, who are you to judge? And I looked at their profile, and it turns out they're a 7-year-old boy. And I remember when I first joined TikTok, it made sure I was at least 13 years old. You have to be 13 years old to have an account on TikTok. And if you have an account on TikTok and you are under the age of 13, that only means one thing. Well, two. You're either on your parents' account or you lied about your age. And, by the way, lying about your age is illegal. Another reason why I wasn't mad was because this was a little kid. This kid probably didn't even know what he was talking about. But what made me mad was the fact that he never replied. I hate when people do that. Because I did respond to the comment, and I said, do you pay for it? Because I was expecting him to respond and say no, so I could tell him to shut up. Because it's true. If you're not paying for the person's cosplay, which we'll get into that, you have no say. We'll get into that. I have a whole list here. I'm just saying. So then, that was my first hate comment on it. They didn't really specify why it was a shitty cosplay. They kind of just said it, and I was annoyed. Whatever. Also, to the people I mentioned in these videos, do not go after them. We don't want that. We're not spreading any more hate. We're trying to stop it. But this one was hurt me the most. I ended up getting 2 more. We'll talk about the comment first, but I post my pictures on Amino. If you don't know, why am I turning, my chair is turning on its own. If you don't know what Amino is an app where there's a whole bunch of communities that are made. It could be anime, there's even an emo one, singing, dancing, just brings a whole bunch of people that like certain things and brings them together, and people can chat from all over the world. I have that app, and I posted my Momo cosplay to the My Hero Academia Amino. I ended up getting a whole bunch of love. My pictures, my posts actually ended up getting featured on that, community, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. People were giving it love, and then there was this one comment. Now, I didn't think they really meant this to be a hate comment, but at the same time, I don't understand why else you would put this emoji. But somebody put the skull emoji, so like basically saying dead. And I had this DM argument on Amino before I saw that comment, so I said I don't care. And they were like, what are you talking about? I just did this. And I said, why? Okay, why would you put that though? There has to be a reason why you would put a skull, meaning dead. Like that's the main point of that emoji. That means dead. So why would you put that? And they said, oh, and I said, yeah. So whatever. That was the only thing. It didn't really bother me that much, but I think they were just confused on why I was offended. That's why. Okay. But this next one is what really, really gets me. And this was the DM I got. Again, it's on Amino. Someone invited me to chat, and when I read what that line, I should have never even did the argument, but then I got more into it, and this kind of peed me off. The person started the conversation with, it looks like you ate Momo Yayorozu. And I think they're called emoji cons, but they did an X and a D to make it look like a dead laughing face. They thought it was funny. So I replied and I said, what? I should have said, excuse me, but oh well. They responded saying, well, if you lost a few more pounds, you can try cosplaying Momo again. So basically, they were fat shaming me. And like I did say when I went back to those photos, I did look plus size, but still, even if I was, that was rude. So I told them that. I told them that, okay, first of all, I'm not plus size, but even if I was, that's not okay. You shouldn't be rude like that. And then I did say, also, I didn't ask for your effing opinion. And they're like, oh, wow, you got mad real quick. Somebody's angry. Maybe you should use that to burn calories. I didn't mean it that way. I was just trying to give you advice. The way they started the conversation was not giving me advice. They were just plain out being rude. So I told them that. I said, that's not how advice works. So I gave them a better alternative of how they could have started this conversation to make it sound like advice and not bullying. This is how I would have handled that situation. So let's say that I am plus sized and I was cosplaying Momo. This is how and I'm some person that's actually worried about this cosplayer's health. This is how I would approach the conversation. I would say, hey, you look really, really good in your cosplay, but I'm worried for your health. And I think it would be wise if you lose just a few pounds. So that's the way you can live longer to be in that cosplay more. That's how I would handle that situation. It's not rude. It's saying what you want to say, and it's trying to help them. It's advice. But saying that you looks like you ate the character and then proceed to say maybe use that anger to burn calories is not advice. That's just plain out rude. And that's what's wrong with half of this freaking community. It's because of the way people use their words that start arguments, or they actually mean those words and it's pointless. I'm just saying. So I did feel a little uncomfortable after that. I did end up telling them off one last time, and I blocked them and left the conversation. And the thing is, when you leave the conversation, there's no getting the conversation back. So I can't show you evidence, but that's what happened. And I literally, it made me shaken up a little bit. I did then get up and look in the mirror, and I was a little concerned and I was confused. And then I asked my mom if I was fat, and she said, no, but you could lose a few pounds, which is true. I can lose a few pounds. My body is literally in between. It's like in the middle. I have like one little roll, but that's just my guts. But I'm not completely skinny to where you can see my bones. I'm at a perfect weight for my age. And I guess I can lose a few pounds, to get rid of a little bit of that gut. But when I stand up straight, you know what? I'll show you. By the way, you don't have to prove to people. I just want to. Wait, this is what the person called fat. Hold on. Let me turn the camera. Okay. This is what it is. As you can see, nothing. Literally tiny. Nothing. Okay? And when I tried, hold on, let me get back. And when I tried explaining to this person that, they started pulling up other pictures of my cosplays, like my Uraka for Mother's Day, which was a year ago. People lose weight in time, okay? Because I will say, during the pandemic, I did put on a few pounds. I did, because who wants to go outside and try to catch COVID? Not me, okay? So I will say I did put on a few pounds, and when I did do that cosplay, I had chubby cheeks. I know I did. But that was from a year ago. They pulled up evidence from a year ago. That's not evidence anymore. As you all just saw, that was evidence. That was today on June 20-something? 25th, I think. Just gonna borrow my lizard's calendar real quick. Once you're borrowing your calendar. Yeah, the 25th. Today is the 25th. Okay? It's June 25th when I'm filming this, and I'm posting it tomorrow on the 26th. So literally, that's when the day evidence. But I didn't start feeling comfortable with myself again until I went to the pool yesterday in a 2-piece. And then realized, wait a minute, I'm fine. Who cares? Who cares? I'm gonna eat my food. I don't like you, okay? And to the plus size people, eat your food. Just eat your food. Just eat it. Just eat it, okay? Don't listen to those haters. Just eat it, okay? It's your body. The only reason why people should change themselves, this is the only reason why you guys should be changing, okay? Is if you're changing for you, not anybody else. And I learned that from a very reliable source. My mother. You don't change yourself for everybody else. You change yourself for you. If I want to get skinnier, then I have to make myself get skinnier. Nobody else is making me. And if someone's like, oh, you need to lose pounds, shut up. If I want to, I will. If I don't, go away. Okay? Do it yourself. So that's the one thing I wanted to cut off, is just be yourself. Don't worry about people being annoying and fat shaming you. There's no point. Now this next one, I probably might get some backfire for this one, because this was about 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, that this whole conversation has went down and has happened and stuff like that. But I will say it was probably around last November. God, man, when did I go to the club? I don't remember doing that. Okay, anyway, this was about a year ago, and this is when I was with my current my old best friend. But they were cosplaying a character, and it was indeed a 16 plus video, so meaning minors don't interact kind of video. And it was a Bakugo cosplay. And people went crazy, and they were saying, don't stop sexualizing minors. I went off. That peed me off. Okay, I get it. They are minors in a fictional world. Okay? Fictional world. They're not real. Okay? I understand if it's like Aerie or some little kid. Okay, yeah, that's not okay. But they're teenagers, like us. And you know, we be out here doing way worse than what they would be doing. Also, children are way worse. I don't want to tell you how many times I've seen 7-year-olds twerking on TikTok. And you guys are talking about a 16 or 17-year-old cosplaying a 16 or 17-year-old just doing a hip sway. How is that sexualizing a minor when there's an 8-year-old, okay? I get it. They are minors. So are we, okay? And we do worse than that. You know it. Okay? But what's making me mad is that you guys are worried about people that don't exist when there's literal children, real children, that are alive on this earth doing nasty stuff that they shouldn't be doing on an app that's supposed to be for 13 and up. That doesn't make any sense. That whole thing did not make sense. That whole argument did not make sense. And I might get fired for bringing it up, but that's just me. I've been collecting this stuff for 2 years of being a cosplayer on the internet, okay? And that just confused me. Literally confused me. And to be honest, and if there's a parent watching this, I'm not talking about you, okay? But parents, they're not starting to care about their kids anymore. I see 5-year-olds cussing to other people. They're not respecting adults. And adults aren't respecting kids. Like, everyone is turning into a Scrooge. I'm just saying, everyone's being mean to everyone, and no one's being nice or respectful to each other. So how are we supposed to respect each other if no one's willing to respect with each other? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So that's just another thing I wanted to bring up, is that whole sexualizing fictional minors bizwax. I mean, like, come on, they're not real. But we have real life little kids doing naughty things on TikTok. Naughty dances on TikTok. But no one was talking about them. We were talking about fictional people that are almost adults. I never understood that. Another thing that I would like to say, this is like two things in one, okay? It's along the same concept. Uploading other people and creators and cosplayers videos and not giving them credit. Basically stealing their stuff. I see that so many times. I've had to report 3 accounts already because people have said, this is not me. Somebody is stealing my stuff. And that's annoying. I hate it. I mean, come on. somebody else's stuff. Get your lazy butt out of bed and do it yourself. Don't take someone else's hard work. Like, literally, I'm sorry. I forgot to do another disclaimer saying that was going to be super rude. My bad. See, this is what I meant by the offending part. I'm sorry. But some of y'all need to get up. Okay? I need to do my own wake-up call. I'm a hypocrite here. I've been trying to work out for the past few weeks of having to get up at 8 o'clock, but I haven't. So I am a hypocrite. But I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to start doing that tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to throw water down my pants. That's what I'm going to do. But basically, you guys need to get up. Okay? Which we'll also talk about later on. Okay? But with uploading people's content, also, don't upload people's content to hurt them. This was about 5 months ago. I was scrolling through TikTok, and there was this creator's video that popped up, and it was a plus-size Deku cosplayer. And I will say that they did have a lot of blood on their face. And I'm assuming that they were doing some kind of villain Deku, with like vampire villain Deku or something, because the blood was everywhere. It was like gushing out of their mouth and everything. And then I had a realization. The more blood, the more crazier the person is. So a villain is obviously crazy. So I was like, okay, never mind. That is the right amount of blood, okay? And, well, I thought that this was the person's account. And I went to go comment something positive about it. And then I just saw a bunch of hate videos. I was confused. I was like, okay, well, why is this person getting hate? And we'll get to those comments. I think that's actually the... Yep. These next two little things I have are together because of this video I saw. Okay. We'll get to the comments that were said. And then I looked and realized that this wasn't the creator's page at all. They didn't tag the creator. And then I noticed that there was emojis covering up the watermark. So then I was like, oh, that's what's going on here. So I did end up reporting and blocking the account. But I did read the comments, and this is what brings me to my next one. Now, this one really makes me upset. Okay? I have to tell you, because no. This really pees me off because it's so stupid. In the comments, there was people saying, this is why I left the fandom. Shut up. Literally, shut your mouth. Okay? Nobody had a gun to your skull and was saying, you need to leave this community or I'm going to blow your brains out. No, nobody did that. You left the community yourself. You chose to throw everything away. You chose to quit watching it. You decided to quit, what's the word? I don't have the word right now. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't do it. Hold on. You know what? You just quit supporting. You quit supporting the community. All on you. Okay? The fandom, the community, any anime. You chose to leave. Nobody, because of their cosplays, made you leave. You left on your own. Okay? You have a brain and common sense. You did it on your own. I hate when I see comments like that. Oh, this cosplay is the reason why. No, shut up. Okay? You left on your own. Your own. You also don't have to brag of the fact that you left. We don't care. Okay? We're here because we enjoy the fandom. We don't need little critters and roaches like you coming in here saying, oh, I left this because of this. Shut up. You left on your own. Okay? On your own. Nobody else made you. That's all I have to say on that one. So next time you are about to write that, think, did this person physically come to my house, point something at me, and made me leave? No. No, they did not. God, that just throws me like, ugh. That just makes me so mad when I see comments like that. It's like not even funny. Oh yeah, and the community. Speaking of the anime and cosplay community, we'll talk about, okay, yeah, you think people made you leave. How about the people saying that cosplayers whose cosplays aren't great, which that isn't true, Okay? It's not true at all. I think every cosplay is amazing, to be honest, because it's not a competition, which is the next point we're going to come across. But as I was saying, people are saying, oh, your cosplay looks like this. You need to leave the community. Shut up. If you're one of those people that have said that, and you're hating on people's videos and you're telling them to leave the anime community, no, you need to leave the anime community. The people that are putting people down, the people that are judging everyone left and right, people with their stupid expectations thinking they own cosplayers and videos, no, you need to leave the anime community. You need to leave the cosplay community because you're making this community toxic. The person expressing themselves and actually loving what they're doing is not leaving the community. You are. And if you don't want to leave the community, how about you keep your mouth shut? You know who you are. And that's all I have to say at that. Now coming to my next point, saying that cosplay isn't a competition, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like cosplay competitions at all. I kind of hate them, to be honest. When I won that cosplay competition at the mini-con, it was between me and another boy. And I think his cosplay looked great, and honestly, I had doubts that I was going to win because they knew the character and they didn't know my character. But you want to know why they picked me? It was because of the effort I put in my cosplay. Not everybody has the time and money to put a whole bunch of effort in their cosplay. They just do what they can. And that's what I hate about cosplay competitions. They look at the people who try and put more effort in it. Don't you think all the other people that put in and wanted to be in the cosplay competition put effort and time and money? They did. People just look at cosplays, and if they don't look to their expectations, which we'll get there to that conversation, then they shouldn't get a trophy or a prize. And that puts so many people down because they try to figure out what they did wrong, which is absolutely nothing. I think cosplay competitions just put people down. Will I join one? Yes, I will. But the thing is, some people aren't as strong as most people emotionally. Some people, when they lose something, they're like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll get it next time. But there's other people that sit there and they actually think about it. They think, what did I do wrong? I could have swore my cosplay looked good. What did they see in their cosplay that they didn't see in mine? It makes people disbelieve in themselves. And people are using the cosplay competition to compare other cosplayers. And that's getting annoying. Everyone's on here saying that cosplay is not a competition, but everyone's making it seem like it is. And I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be compared to somebody else. I will not be compared to somebody else. Because other people put different time and efforts and love into their cosplays. Even as much as putting on a wig and doing one TikTok, that is putting love into a cosplay. That is putting time and effort into something that they enjoy. And people are making it a competition. And that's what I don't like. I actually quite hate it. Now, they aren't going to get rid of cosplay competitions. I know that. They're not going to get rid of them at all. But if you do end up being a part of one and you don't win, don't discourage yourself. Just keep going. Because obviously, someone may have done a better job, but there is room for improvement. So, I will join cosplay competitions, and if I win, I won't look down on other people. I'll have sportsmanship. That's why that word exists. But if I lose, I won't hate the person that won. I won't look at myself and be like, what happened to my cosplay? I'll just be like, oh, cool, they won, cool. But I just feel like some people aren't like that, and they disbelieve in themselves, and they wonder what they did wrong that they didn't win. And I hate that. I really do. Now, this is the last one that I can think about for now, because this really is kind of upsetting. And cosplayers have talked about this exact topic that I'm about to go over, but I'm going to be more cruel and harsh about it. So, this is probably where the words are going to come out, just saying. So, warning, again, caption warning, cursing, this is probably where it's going to come out. People have expectations, but us cosplayers are not your fucking puppets. We're not dolls that you can control. We have our own lives. Unless the video caption or the video itself says that they want an opinion on their cosplay, that is when you open your mouth and start typing. But don't make it rude either. Okay? They're asking for opinions, not bullying or harassment. I have seen and heard so many cosplayers talk about how people comment things about their cosplay without them asking or anything like that. One time, someone said that someone commented on their cosplay, oh, the wig is, well, the shades on the wig are lighter than the actual character. And like I said when it came to do you pay for it at the beginning of my video, if you don't pay hundreds of dollars for that cosplay that person is wearing, keep your mouth shut. Because those are your expectations. Now, this is to the person that does do this. You hate on other people's, cosplays because they're not your expectation. If you see a cosplayer and there's something wrong with their cosplay, instead of pointing it out, leave it alone. And how about you do it yourself? How about you go out and you go spend hundreds of dollars and countless hours perfecting it, countless hours learning how to style the wig in the first place. Stay countless hours in the cosplay, make the content, make sure that it looks good, take the pictures, make sure they're posted. How about you do that and do it to your expectations? Because everybody's expectations on a character is different than yours. I bet that if you were to cosplay the same character that you were talking about, the wig being different than the actual character's hair, and you actually went to go do that character yourself and you posted it and there was one thing somebody noticed that was wrong, they're going to tell you like you did that other person, because everyone has their own expectations on a character. It's not all you. You got to realize that you share this world with 7.7 billion other people. Everyone has their own opinions and everyone has their own expectations on a certain character or an anime or anything like that. They have their own expectations. And to the people that don't want to cosplay, but they sit there and talk mad crap on cosplay and say that, oh, it's just dressing up like little kids. Until you do it yourself, then you would know the pain and the suffering behind the camera, behind the scenes. You think wigs are easy to wear? No, they're not. Sometimes the wig can be so tight that it causes headaches. Sometimes it gets so hot and sweaty that it actually gets itchy, and it gets so hot that you could actually, have to sit down and get dizzy. Contacts. Don't even get me started on those. Those dry out, I know a cosplayer that has had to take them out, put them in for 5 minutes in the contact solution and then put them back in because they dried out so quick. And you want us to see out of those? Really? Let's talk about the costumes. Getting a costume online is not easy. That's why people make it themselves so it fits properly. But some people don't know how to do that and they don't have time to learn. So they go and they get it off the internet. Me being one of those people. Sometimes the costume doesn't fit the way it looks on the website. And when we get it, it's either too tight, too bulky, and we have to sit in that cosplay to make videos and content for the followers and for ourselves. It is not easy. And don't get me started on shoes.
It's also hard finding the right shoes for the character, let alone them being comfortable. Heels are not comfortable. One of Yayarozu's boots that I had, they were comfortable for the first 30 minutes. And then the more I walked in them, the more my feet started to cramp. Okay? And don't get me started on the aftercare of when the cosplay is done and over and you're taking it off. We have to do skincare. We have to make sure that we look good in our cosplays. We got to make sure the makeup's good. We have to take countless times. We have to do countless times of us learning how to do it. Some people sit in front of their mirror for hours and just practice their eyeliner and practice their makeup so they get it right. There is time and hard work that goes behind cosplays for you to sit there and judge them, talk bad on them, and just plain out think that you can do better. Which again, it's not a competition. It shouldn't ever be one. People have their limits. And people have things that they don't know. But you don't sit there and put an opinion out when the opinion was not asked for. But like I said, everyone has different expectations, and you share this world with 7.7 billion people, and you need to start having common sense and realize that the world does not evolve around you. Us cosplayers are not little puppets, we are not little dolls, and we are not going to act like it either. We're not doing cosplay for you, we're doing it for us and the people that actually like it. So until you start spending money on me and getting me my cosplays for good quality for your expectations, then you can shut your mouth, because that's all I really have to say is just shut your mouth. Until you know what it's like to be in the walking shoes of a hardworking cosplayer, trying to make this their dream, trying to make this their job, having to, worry about if the costume's even going to fit when it gets here. Until you know the struggle that's behind the scenes of these cosplayers, keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't judge them. Don't act like you're a judge and you just judge the cosplay. Don't do that. Because even the cosplayer that is cosplaying that character has their expectations on that character as well. And they may not match yours, but we don't care. We are doing this for ourselves. And the only reason why we're talking about it is because it's getting annoying. It's getting annoying that people don't have common sense to know why everyone's talking about these topics. If you don't have common sense, learn where it went. Because clearly, half of the people on TikTok do not know what common sense is. But that's all I have right now. That's what I've been gathering for 2 years. I may have forgotten stuff, and if I did, I'll make another video. But this is basically just for TikTok and Instagram and stuff. But like I said, if you did watch all the way through, thank you. Please share this video because this needs to be said. I'm completely tired of the community, of how it came to be. It sucks. And people can't express themselves no more because they're so scared. That's another thing. I have gotten so many people who want to be beginner cosplayers, but they're so scared to do it because they're afraid of people that are hating on people. That's what they're afraid of. So people are afraid to join our community because of people that are garbage, aka the person that's hating on other people. You know who you are. But as some wise, kind words to beginners, plus size, black creators, any race, doesn't matter. Sexuality doesn't matter. Nothing matters. If you want to do it, you do it. Don't let anybody stop you. Okay? If you want to cosplay a character and you feel like you're going to get hate for it, just do it. Because if you do, there's an easy block, report, and delete. It's so easy. Because on our part, we also kind of have to help on our part by ignoring the hate. Lashing out is kind of what people want. And I'm only making this video to, add to the cosplayers that have been talking about this. But also, I do have something that we could do, or we could try, to change. I've been doing this for about a week now, because I wanted to test it out. But if you come across a hate video, somebody hating on someone else's cosplay, report the person's video, report the account, block them. If you are on someone's video and you see a hate comment, go to the person, report the comment, report the account, block them, and leave a positive comment. That's what I've been doing for the past week. I haven't been picking fights with anybody. I've just been reporting the video, the comment, whatever, and then reporting the account and then blocking them. That's all I've been doing, because if we do our part by stopping the haters without communicating with them, then maybe the hate will start going down just a little bit. And maybe they'll come to their senses that hating on other people isn't doing really nicely. Because I will say that all I've been hearing from cosplayers talking about the same topics I have is that they've been talking, but there hasn't been any action. And I don't think verbally anything's doing. That's why I want people to wait till the end of this video so I can tell you this, because I do think that maybe us content creators and cosplayers need to start doing something about this, start doing action wise. And that's why I'm proposing that maybe reporting videos or comments and their accounts and then blocking them might make them realize, because if they get enough reports, they can get banned, they can get like banned from certain things like lives or even being on TikTok in general. And in this world, discipline is a thing, but it doesn't have to be abusive. And banning someone's account for a few days should help them realize that, hey, why did this happen? Because I've been getting reported a lot. My comment? What do you mean? I was just being exactly rude. So I think that's what we should do from now on. For the past week, I haven't been seeing any hate videos, actually. That was the first time I got hated on, like, my body wise. I don't really like when people talk about my body, but like that really did pee me off. But I'm over it now. We don't gotta worry about it. But that's all I'm saying. Like I said, if I come up with more that I've seen or anything like that, I am making another video. But like I said, TikTok wouldn't have been this long. It's been 42 minutes. This is a 42-minute video. But anyway, that's all I had to say, and I hope this does get spread, and make sure to share it. But anyway, all right. Thank you for listening. Bye.